So here's a question that should grab any race fan. How do you handle a problem with the most powerful team owner in NASCAR when you're the one who caused it? Ross Chastain just told Dale Jr. exactly what he did, and the answer is the opposite of what most drivers would ever try. For a long time, Ross Chastain raced like a guy with nothing to lose. He wanted to make a name for himself against the biggest names in the NASCAR Cup Series. He never thought twice about putting his front bumper on the back of a rival. He'd trade paint off their doors and keep on going like nothing happened. That kind of style works for a while. But it also makes a lot of folks mad. And when those folks happen to drive for Hendrick Motorsports, the whole thing can blow up fast. That's pretty much what happened last year at Darlington. Late in the race, on a restart, Ross got into Kyle Larson and wrecked him. William Byron, also from the Hendrick camp, ended up winning the race. So the team got a trophy, but the mood around the garage was anything but happy. There was an uneasy feeling hanging over everything. And that's when team owner Rick Hendrick decided he wasn't going to stay quiet anymore. Mr. H stepped up and sent a public warning straight at Ross. He said, he's going to make a lot of enemies. And it's hard to win a championship when you got a lot of paybacks out there. That's a pretty heavy line coming from one of the biggest names in the sport. And Hendrick didn't stop there. He let everyone know he was done telling his own drivers to take a beating. He added, "I don't care. I've told Chevrolet that. If you wreck us, you're going to get it back." When the most respected team owner in the garage says something like that out loud, you know things are serious. As fans put it, you're really in trouble when Mr. Hendrick himself is the one sending warning shots. And Ross knew it too. He understood right away that making enemies inside a team as big and powerful as Hendrick Motorsports was no small thing. Hendrick Motorsports has the cars, the engines, the people, and the power in this sport. Getting on the wrong side of an organization that big can quietly mess with a driver's whole future. That kind of beef can follow you for years and close doors you don't even know exist yet. So here's where Ross did something most drivers would never do. Now, the title of this video says he had a plan to avoid Rick Hendrick. But here's the real twist. His plan to avoid future problems with Rick Hendrick was to not avoid him at all. Instead of hiding from the situation or hoping it would blow over, he went straight at it. He sat down with his own team owner, Justin Marks, and they had a long talk. Then Ross picked up the phone and called Rick Hendrick himself. And here's the kicker. He didn't even have his number. He had to go ask around just to track it down. That's the kind of phone call most drivers would do anything to avoid. But Ross made it anyway. That was his plan. Not run from Mr. H. Walk right up to him. After all of that happened, fans started to notice something. The Ross Chastain on track in 2024 wasn't the same guy from before. The Hail Melon move was gone. The wild restarts were gone. The driver who used to stir up the whole field had gone quiet. So Dale Jr. had to ask him about it on the Dale Jr. download. Dale Jr. wanted to know if that Darlington crash and that phone call had really changed him. Ross didn't dance around it. He told Dale, "Justin and we had to learn through that. I was used to it, but I wasn't to that magnitude of the 5 car, Mr. Hendrick. So yeah, it was good. It was learning." That word magnitude is the key to the whole thing. Ross was used to bumping fenders with smaller teams and shrugging it off. But going to war with the number 5 car, with Rick Hendrick himself watching from the pit box, is a different kind of fight. This wasn't about being scared of getting booed in the stands. This was about a young driver realizing that picking fights with the biggest team in the garage every weekend is just bad business. Hendrick has the cars, the engines, the people, and the connections. Long term, that's not a fight Ross can keep winning, so he made the smart play. Now, here's the part that makes Ross interesting. He's not running scared. He's not trying to ride around at the back. He's still going to race hard. He just doesn't want to be the guy who crosses the line for no reason. He explained it pretty clearly to Dale Jr. He said, "I don't want people to not like me. I don't want any driver or their families or anything to look at me and walk the other way." Notice he's not talking about fans there. He's talking about other drivers and their families inside the garage. Those are the people he has to see every week. Those are the relationships that matter for his career. But he also made it clear he's not going soft. He added, "When we're on track, if they get mad when their helmet's on because I kept my position because I raced them, it doesn't bother me." It's when I step over the line, I wreck Larson when either one of us could have won that race. So that's the line Ross is trying to walk now. Race hard, race clean, but don't make wrecks happen that didn't have to happen. And honestly, Dale Jr. didn't fully agree with the change. He told Ross he didn't want to see him become someone different. He likes the version of Ross who dives into a corner hoping the car sticks. He doesn't want that part of Ross's DNA to disappear. But Ross has his own thinking on it, and here's where it gets tricky. The toned-down 2024 also came with a tough year for the team. Trackhouse Racing just couldn't find the speed. Ross missed the regular season cut. He didn't win a single race in the regular part of the year, and missing the playoffs hurt him in more ways than one. That brings us to the next strange chapter of his year, the beard. Yeah, the beard. NASCAR fans almost didn't recognize Ross when he showed up at Atlanta for the start of the playoffs. The big beard was gone. The bold, tough look had been replaced with something a lot softer. People couldn't believe it, and the timing made it even weirder. Why right before the playoffs? Well, Ross had missed the playoffs himself, so he posted online about it and said, "Missed the cut and got a cut. Simple as that." When Dale Jr. asked him if there was some deeper reason, Ross laughed it off. He told him, "No, there's not. I mean, we missed the playoffs. I don't know. It's like when a girl dyes her hair after a breakup." So basically, the beard paid the price for a bad season. But the funny part is, Ross got himself in real trouble for it. His big sponsor, Busch Light, actually wanted him to keep that beard all year. They had brand photo shoots planned with it. They had pictures already lined up, and Ross just walked into a bathroom one day and shaved it off without thinking. He told Dale Jr. the whole story. He said, "The first day I shaved, it was a bloodbath. I had Band-Aids when I went in the shop that day. My guys were laughing at me. His team thought it was hilarious." But the laughing stopped fast. His management guy, David Erickson, found out and was not happy at all. Ross said Erickson came at him saying, "Do you not remember the meeting with Busch Light at Street Lewis and what they said?" Ross had forgotten the whole conversation. He just shaved on a whim, and now you know why he hasn't been showing up much in the Busch Light social media posts lately. That little decision actually cost him some real sponsor moments. Still, the year wasn't all bad. Ross did get back into victory lane during the playoffs at Kansas, so the speed is still in him somewhere. The skill is still there. He just needs everything to line up better next season. The big question now is which version of Ross shows up in 2025.